to Openers class with me and Miss Brew. Whoa, we get more bagels for Miss Brew. Miss Brew, can we get a high five? We happier today? High fives. Come on, there we go. Good girl with your gentle high fives. Woo. Guys, thank you for joining me today. I'm so happy that you're here. I apologize in advance. Like an hour ago, I started the worst allergy attack like in a very, very long time. It's like somebody clapped erasers in my face or something. So I'm sorry. I know I sound stuffy. I probably look really crazy. But we will get through this, and thankfully it's not cardio, so I don't have to like breathe a whole lot. Oh, but I apologize if I have to stop or blow my nose or anything like that during class. So, want to get to it right away. What are we doing today? We are doing openers class. So, openers class, it's not going to be the most super intense workout ever. It's going to be great work, good work, but it's not going to be like leave you in a heap on the floor, exhausted kind of work, okay? So, or maybe so, depending on your fitness level, maybe it will be. But just want to set your expectation that this class is meant, sorry, I can't catch my breath, to be a great mix of work and stretch, work and opener. So opener's a little bit different from a stretch. It's very much in the same family, but opener is taking those parts that maybe aren't necessarily a muscle. So when you think stretch, you think muscle. But we're also doing some joint work here as well. So that's why I say kind of opener, opening up, creating space. That's a great way to think about it. Use one of my favorite yoga terms. We're working to create space today. So you want your full weight selection. We're going to do some lower body, some upper body, and some core. So you'll want a full weight selection, probably something a little bit heavy for the leg selection. And we actually aren't going to necessarily use weights for all of it. But if we do use a weight, it's going to be a heavy one. And then for our upper body portion, it's going to be light to mid for your upper body, okay? So that's what you need, and then you're also going to need a mini band. So mini band, let's see, let me dig mine out here. We're doing some construction. We're building another studio in the garage. You say a two-car garage, we're going to be a two-set studio, or a two-set garage out here. So I'm having to dig some of my equipment out, but mini band is what you're looking for. So either this type of mini band, the big fabric band, or the traditional rubber mini band like this that you guys are probably more familiar with. So you're going to need that. And then also just your yoga mat, your floor support, whatever makes you comfy, cozy in the floor, because we are going to be doing some work in the floor today. We're going to be on hands and knees for that whole set. So if you have sensitive hands and or knees, wrists, then go ahead and get yourself a backup to your yoga mat. Or you can also kind of fold the sides of your yoga mat, the ends of your yoga mat in to make a little extra cushion, extra support, because we will be on hands and knees for quite a bit. So hopefully I'll remember my own advice and grab the extra yoga mat that I keep forgetting is over here. So that's what we're doing today. Exercises to work and open, create some space in our body. We of course modify anything as needed, of course. So modify whatever you need to. I will try to give you some suggestions along the way as well. But if you have any questions, of course, just shoot me a message, leave me a comment, whenever it is, if you're working out live or after the fact, and I'll be happy to help you with any modifications. So lastly, the two things I always ask as I catch my breath, and as I promise, it is allergies. Don't get overly concerned. It's crazy what just happened in the past 45 minutes to an hour. Please like, share, subscribe, do all of those kind of interacting things on social media that helps get more people paying attention to us and participating along with us at Strong Style Fitness. And lastly, if you can, please consider donating. If you're doing these workouts and enjoying them, where else are you going to find 60-minute, twice-a-week workouts with a personal trainer for free? So please consider, if you're doing the workouts and enjoying them, please consider donating. Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me. Any donations are greatly appreciated. All right, guys, I'm going to grab a quick drink of water. I think I can get by without blowing my nose right now. I'm going to check on the video. Then I'm going to come back, and what I'm going to do this round, because I really want to focus on the work once we get into the set, what I'm going to do for each one of our 3 sets is I'm going to show you the exercises in advance. So I'm not going to show you one, then we do it, and then show you another one, and then we do it, and then show you and do it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you all 3, at the beginning, and then we can just get right to work. So it might feel a little slower at first, but then the pace is going to be really nice once we start working, okay? So I'm going to grab some water, and I'll meet you right back here momentarily. Perfect. All right. So, first exercise. This is going to be our lower body portion. We're going to do sumo squats. If you've worked out with me, you've done many a sumo squat. No tricks to this one. We're just doing sumo squat. The sumo squat is a great opener for your hips, for the hip joints, and also for the adductors, your inner thigh muscles, everything through here. So sumo squats, we're going to go wide, and we're going to point our toes out, kind of like a 10 and 2 on the clock, and then we're going to let our tail come down to the floor. So don't poke your booty out behind you. Our tail tucks down to the floor, and the easiest way to do that is by engaging your core. That pulls everything in, pulls that tail down. And then from here, we let our knees flare out the same direction as our toes, and I always kind of have to pull my pants in when I do these sumo squats. So there we go. So we're here, we're going to come down. We let our knees go the same direction as our toes. Our tailbone is pointed towards the ground. Our chest is tall. Everything is open. And then we stand. So that is our sumo squat. So you can add a weight here, pulling the weight down this way. That gives you a little extra oomph to get down into that stretch, and then extra work as you stand back up. So that's your sumo squat. The second one we're going to do, this is the one we've probably only done once before in the openers class before, is an alternating runner's lunge with a little bit of a fold. So this is the one I wanted to kind of get to and make sure we discuss. So we're going to start at the top of our space, and then we're going to step back into a runner's lunge gently. So see how I did that? Slow and controlled. So runner's lunge, we've got a bent front knee, and we've got a straight back leg. Once we get here, then we can kind of explore, see where our low is. But really, first things first, you want to, again, tuck that tail. And this is where we get the opener. So I'm going to face this way to show you. So when we tuck that tail forward, now we get this nice pull, this nice open through the front of this hip. So that's what we're looking for. We tuck that tail, we make sure our hips are even left to right, tail is tucked, now we're perfect. So that's our runner's lunge, that's our opener. And then we're going to bend forward, stand, hello, pull, and then we step back into it. So from the side, we step back. We make sure our tail is tucked. We fold forward, hello, glutes, stand up, come back to the top. Back, make sure our tail is tucked, bend, up, step back to the top. So we'll do that with a little bit of pace, but we're going to go pretty slowly because I want us to really focus again on that open, that fold, the stand. And the last thing we're going to do, I'm going to omit putting the band on for the moment, but we're going to put band around our knees. We're going to do a Froggy Bridge. So our feet are side by side, hips flat on the floor, back on the floor. We're going to lift into our bridge. And as we lift into our bridge, we open into that band. Again, stretching through here while working back here. And then we close and bring it down. If you have your heavy weight from your sumo squat, you could sit that on your lap for some extra work. So again, working, but also opening through these inner thighs and these hips. So that's where we're going. So now that we've got it, we're going to get to work. So I just wanted to kind of give you the pre-coaching so that we could just get to work, get flowing, and move through our workout without being so pitchy, okay? So let's go ahead and get set up for our sumo squat. Again, toes at 10 and 2, tail tucked, core nice and tight, chest tall, and we drop. 12, zip it up, 11. And all of these exercises, because they're openers, will feel better as you go. 3, your hips will open more. 4, 5, 6. Goal with this weight, if you can, 7, is to touch the floor. But we don't sacrifice and do this to touch the floor. We keep our chest tall. So it's just a goal. 8, 9, whoop, 10, 11, and 12. Perfect. Set that weight off to the side. Now with this runner's lunge fold, I personally not going to use a weight. If you do want to use a weight, you could hold some weights down by your side. Your choice. But I'm going to go with just body weight and really focus on how my body is moving. All right, let's go. So we're going to go for a total of 20. That'll be 10 each leg. So we step back. Again, tail tucked, hips even, as low as you want to go. Fold forward, stand tall, step in. Now for me, because if you work out with me, you know, I've got a lot of trouble with uneven hips because of scoliosis. So I'm going to keep my hands kind of on my hips just to make sure that I'm setting them back and I'm keeping them even. You don't have to do that. You can put your hands, you can hold your weight, you can have your hands to your chest. Six. 7. 8. 9. And we're moving at a pace here, guys, that you can check each time. Make sure your hips are where you want them. 10. 11. 12. Now, one thing to watch out for, 13, is if you go really low, if you're tight through here, then your booty's going to poke out behind you, and your hip's going to be way back. Get everything in alignment, and then see how low you can go. This is 16. 17. You can also bend your back leg. So if you're super tight and you can't keep a straight leg and get your hips forward, just bend that knee a little bit. All right, I'm going to do one more each leg. I believe that'll be 20. 20. Perfect, guys. Come on down to the floor. We're going to do our Froggy Bridge. So I know that second exercise is a little slower than we normally move. But again, it's about focusing on opening, concentrating on proper alignment. There's a lot happening there. We want to make sure we get it right. And it really is about focused movement, not fast movement. All right, so if you want to add weight here, just sit on your hip bones. So we've got our feet side by side, close into our booty, and we open at the top. So we drive our hips up by squeezing our glutes and then open up into that band, lower it down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost there, 2 more, 11, 12, beautiful. Roll that weight off, Kick that band off. And we'll come on back up for our sumo squats. Man, I took a Benadryl before I came out here to try to fight off that allergy attack, and it is making me sweat. All right, guys, sumo squat. So we've got 10 and 2, chest open, tail to the floor. You're going to hear me say that a lot through this round. Chest nice and tall. Let's go. 1, 2. And in this exercise, I like to imagine that I'm zipping my pants up, but there are the zippers in the back, right? So the zipper's running up the back of my legs, up to my waist. 4, 5. Again, making sure those knees are tracking the same direction as your toes. 7. We're not trying to push our knees forward still. 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11. Last one. 12. Beautiful. All right. So we've got that alternating runner's lunge with the fold. So, again, just one more reminder. If you step back into your runner's lunge and you want to go deep, but your hips, I'm trying to tuck my tail, but if I go deep, my tail flares back. Just bend this back knee enough that you can roll that tail under. And that's perfect. Completely perfect. All right. Top of our space. Stand tall. Let's go. 1. 2. And we got a lot of balance work here too. 3. 4. And by putting that bend forward, 5. We're working that glute. 6. 7. 8. Stepping back quietly with control. 9. And again, guys, I know you're seeing me fidgeting with my hips a lot. Please know that's a personal issue of mine. I'm not expecting you to make these adjustments every time you do yours. And if you have the same problems, then please feel free. But I've been doing a lot of work over the past couple months to kind of undo some muscle memory that kind of pairs with my scoliosis. And that takes a lot of paying attention to my hips. So, last one each side, friends. Perfect. So you should be getting quad and glute work there, along with that nice opening through the front of those hips. All right, let's bring it back down and put our band on. All right. So again, you want to put the weight, if you're going to use one, on your hips, and just keep a hand on it. Please don't let it go and then it goes rolling like a ski ramp down to your face. Please keep your hands on the weight, and we're going to lift and open at the top. And guys, be mindful of your open. So make your open intentional. You're squeezing it open. 3. So don't just get to the top and let your legs flop out and then let the band snap them back in. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. Roll that off. Band comes off. We've got one more trip through that set. Whew. I'm going to grab a quick drink of water. All right, guys. Sumo squat. One more round of each of these exercises. So, this round, everything should feel a little bit better. Even if you're fatigued, the opening piece of it should feel better. You should be able to get a little deeper into that sumo squat. A little more, less tightness when you open up into that runner's lunge. So, hopefully this round, even if you're fatigued, you'll feel more comfortable because you've got more open. All right, tail down, knees and toes tracking out the same direction. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, zip the back of those legs up. 4, 5, 6, 7. Weight still towards the back of those feet. Should be able to wiggle your toes. 8, 9, 10, almost there. 11, last one. 12. Awesome. All right. We've got those alternating runner's lunges. So, I know there's a lot going on there. So just remember kind of all your cues. That your tail stays tucked. You have to bend your back leg to allow for that. That's perfect. Hips even, left to right, front to back. Chest tall, we fold, we stand. Okay? It's one of those that doesn't look like a whole lot going on, but there's a whole lot going on. All right. Let's do this. And you got tons of balance work happening too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You might find maybe you can go a little bit lower and still keep that tail tucked because you're getting a little more open. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Getting close, guys. 15. I know this takes a lot of patience too. You're used to moving really fast. That's another point to this. 16. 17. I just did a endurance bike ride. 18. This might be 19. We'll call this the last one. 20. Good job, friends. I just did an endurance bike ride where it was 30 minutes. And as endurance, not because 30 minutes is terribly long, but it was 30 minutes and it never changed. So it was just 30 minutes of the exact same work. None of that up, down, faster, slower, no distractions. Whew. And it's really a challenge to do. So I equate what we did just now to that as well. And what it does is it leaves you in your body to really assess what's going on in your body and some places that might need some work or some places that are doing great. All right, last round, Froggy Bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, push into that band, control it coming back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 2, 11, 12. Awesome work, guys. Get that weight off, take that band off. You won't need the band anymore, so you can get the band out of your space. And honestly, you wouldn't need the one heavy weight anymore either. Chances are you won't need this weight in particular if you went really heavy at all. So, upper body is coming next. We just finished our lower body openers. So I'd be curious, while we're just taking our break here, just kind of take a walk around. Or maybe do something that's normally uncomfortable for you. So like, it's a really low kind of yoga squat. Is that really normally uncomfortable for you? You just like picking up and rotating your hip. See how that feels. See if you feel a difference from getting your body warm and from doing all these openers. So for your weights, you're going to need a light pair of weights and a medium pair of weights. And that is probably going to be it. We're not doing any heavy lifting in this set. I'm going to check on the video real quick, and then we're going to take the same approach. I'm going to show you all 3 exercises and give you all the coaching up front, and then we'll roll through the set. All right, so what do we want to use? Let's try the 8s. So I'm going to do all of these without the weights for the demonstration. So we're going to do a YW combo. We've done this plenty of times in the past, but not a ton, so this might be new to you. But literally channel your inner village person and think about like the YMCA, and that is what we're doing. So we're going to be opening through our shoulders in this direction, and then when we pull down into the Y, we're going to be opening across here. So we're kind of extending, kind of opening this joint out into our Y, and then we come down, and then we're going to open across our chest into the W. So where's the work? So we're going to do Y. So we're opening through here as we squeeze through our back, up through here, and then also work on the tops of our shoulders and come in the Y. And then when we do the W, we are squeezing through the backs of our shoulders while we're opening our chest. Okay? So Y, W, Y, W. And then we're going to do chest fly. So we've done chest fly a million times. You can use a ball or a bench if you'd like to elevate off the floor, or you can just lay flat on the floor to do your chest fly. I'll probably use the ball. And I do recommend, if you have a ball or a bench option, to go ahead and use it, because chest fly, I'm going to demonstrate standing, but just imagine I'm laying on my back. Chest fly, we have our weights over our chest, arms bent, chest nice and open, and then we open up, keeping that bend in our arms while we push our chest forward. So there's your opener, and then we squeeze through our chest to bring those arms back together. So our arms stay the same, We just squeeze through our shoulder blades and open our chest up, and then squeeze our chest muscles to bring them forward. So we're opening our chest by squeezing our shoulders behind us, and then we close it back off to get the chest work. So that's our chest fly. If you can be elevated, you get more room to open versus on the floor, you just can open as far as your floor, okay? And then last we're gonna do a seated lat pull down. So you're gonna sit, and we just did these recently. You can sit on your knees, you can sit cross-legged, however it feels good. And I'm gonna show you from this side. So we're gonna come up into a Y, just like our YMCA village people. So we're gonna come up into a Y. We've got our tail long, again, pointed down to the floor. And I want you to leave it there. So we're gonna come up, and then we're gonna pull our elbows down to our ribs while we shine our heart up. But we don't roll our tail back behind us too. So if you do yoga, there's cat back and cow back. We're not trying to make a cow back. We're trying to let our lower body be neutral and just bend up through that thoracic spine. And we're not looking for this crazy back bend. We just want to shine our heart up and out while we pull our elbows down. And we're getting this nice opening motion all through our chest, through the fronts of our shoulders, through our neck. Everything opens up. And then we reach up. And when we reach up, we expand through our back. So we're getting openers in both directions. All right. So let's get to work. We've got our Y and our W. I'm going to try to use 8s, but I'll be honest, I'm not going to be shocked if I have to go down to 5s. So, nice and tall. Let's go. Y. Drop it. W. Drop it. 2. 3. Good. 4. Feel long and expansive. Bring it down. 5. 4. 5. 6. Long and expansive. Reach out. Down. 7. 8. Good job, guys. 9. 10. Good. Last 2. 11. And honor that little pause at the top of each one. Last one. 12. Beautiful. All right, we've got chest fly. So if you want to use the ball or a bench, your option, or you can be flat on the floor. Everything about the exercise is the same, no matter where you are at, bench or ball or floor. If you're going to be on bench or ball, I will give you one extra cue once I get set up here. So, if you're on the bench or the ball, the bonus, the good, is that you get to open wider in your chest. That being said, do not drop the weights way beyond your body, because that's going to make you then extend your arm and lock it out with this big heavy weight. So, stop at that place where your arm is still bent, and then bring it in. All right. Bend those elbows just a little bit, weights over chest, we open. Open that chest, squeeze those shoulder blades behind you, and then squeeze those chest muscles to close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Perfect. Whew. Now I'm not doing weights that heavy for my lat pull downs. So you want your lat pull down weight to be pretty light. I'm going to try to use 8s, but again, I'm definitely open to the possibility that I'm going to have to use 5s. I'm going to do this from the side because again, I really want you to focus on keeping this tail nice and long, no matter how you're sitting. So tail nice and long, we pull down, shine our heart forward. We do not roll everything back like a cow back, okay? All right, so we lift into that Y, tail down to the floor. We pull elbows to ribs, shine heart forward, push it back into the Y. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel that beautiful opening across the chest, the shoulders, the neck. 11. Last one. 12. Great job, guys. Come on up off the floor. So we've got our wide W's. So I hope all those are making sense and that you're getting the idea of one part opens and another part closes. So we have our openers and then the work comes in the close, okay, in these particular exercises. So Y's and W's. Definitely take a sec, reevaluate your weight selection. Again, these are ones we're not looking to lift incredibly heavy. It's about the movement and the motion and the open. These are not heavy lift exercises. Chest fly is the only one that's even close to that, okay? All right, Y's and W's. Y, down, W. And again, honor that little pause at the top. Y, down, W. If you can't honor that little pause, weights are probably too heavy. 3, 4. I at least feel like I can breathe through my nose again. 5. Whew, that was the damnedest thing. And of course, 45 minutes before the video. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Last one. 12. Whew. All right, guys. Chest fly. Again, bench ball floor, wherever you want to be. Or we could just relax here, right? How about we do some eye closers? How about that? Just kidding. I'm sure that's just the Benadryl talking. All right, guys. So we want to push up. Beautiful. We got those weights over our chest. If you're on the bench, driving up through those hips, keeping that core nice and tight. If you're on the bench or the ball. If you're on the bench, of course, your back's going to be flat on the bench. Weight over our chest. Open. Close it up. Open. Squeeze through the back. Close it up. 2. So this is your open, and then squeeze those chest muscles to build the strength. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful, guys. Roll it back down. Then we've got those lat pull-downs. Whew. I'm feeling these too. I did my Swole for September in-person training yesterday. So I did a lot of upper body work yesterday. So even just these smaller movements. Whew. All right, guys, lat pull down. I'm going to do it facing forward this time. But again, just remember, we want that tail pointing down to the floor. If you're sitting on your knees, I kind of just make that connection of I should feel my tail between my feet. And that's kind of what I'm thinking about. All right. So we start in that wide position, tail tucked, drive elbows to ribs, shine everything open to the sky. Elbows, like you could drive your elbows right through your ribs. I want you to really put some pressure into it. 3, 4, pull, 5. Like you could just keep driving your ribs right through your body, or your elbows right through your body. 7, 8, 9. Again, your heart opens, head follows. 10. So don't drop your head back. 11. If you don't know what I mean, then stop for a moment. I'll show you once I don't have weights in my hands. 12. So what I don't want you to see, so I want to see chest open and your head follows your spine. I don't want to see chest open, dropping your head back. That's not what we're doing. Chest is opening and your head staying in alignment, so your head naturally gazes up versus throwing your head back. All right, last set, my friends. Come on up. I'm going to take a quick drink. Benadryl is also successfully drying out everything. All right, one more trip through that set, and then we'll have our core set, and we'll be all done. All right, YWs. I'm going to be kind of quiet this round and let you really focus. You've heard me coach it through twice now, so really focus on the work and what you are feeling, okay? Let's go. Halfway there. Good job, guys. Weird, I know. Weird. But again, kind of like what I was saying with that endurance ride, where you're just doing something quietly on your own, not a lot of changes. Really gives you time to kind of listen to your body, see what it's telling you that you maybe ignore because you're paying attention to the instructor, or you're just moving fast and getting through it. So, I'm going to do the same thing here. Get yourself set up. Over chest. If you're on the ball, make sure you're driving those hips up. and be quiet. Let's go. Halfway. Last two. Beautiful work, guys. Set those weights down. We've got our lat pull downs, and then we're going to move on to our core set. Core set will just be 2 exercises, but they will be single-sided. I think. We'll see how the time is going. We may do 1 single-sided and then 1 double-sided. We'll see. All right, so last trip through those lat pull-downs. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to be quiet. So we're just going to get ourselves set, tail pointed towards the ground, chest tall. I just want you to think about that. Open, open, open. Okay? All right. Set. Let's go. Eight. Last 2. Beautiful work, guys. All right, we are done with weights completely, for sure, so you can get your weights out of your way. All right, I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water, check the time, and then I'll decide how we're gonna do our last set. All right, we're doing pretty good on time. So, I think I am gonna change up the last set. Instead of making it 2 single-sided exercises for a total of 4, I'm going to do 2 single-sided and then 1 double-sided. I think that'll make it a little bit easier. So go ahead, if you need the support under knees or wrists or both, go ahead and grab yourself an extra yoga mat to put underneath. I'm going to do it underneath my knees. Just make sure you don't make it so cushy that you get really elevated off the floor or that it becomes unstable. Sometimes you can get it stacked up so high that it's actually kind of not stable underneath you. So just be mindful of that. If you need both, you can probably just outstretch your yoga mat, fold it in half, and that will probably support both your knees and your wrist. So we're going to do trunk rotations and bird dog crunches. So trunk rotation is going to be an amazing opener through the spine, through the chest, through the back, and also spinal rotation, which is super important. So we're going to do trunk rotations, and then we're going to do bird dog crunch. Bird dog crunch is going to build space in our spine, and then again, we crunch for work, and then open to make space. So trunk rotation, we're going to start in hands and knees, and I'm actually going to come pretty far out to the front of my mat, so hopefully I don't cut myself off, but I just want to make sure I have plenty of room to move. So we want our hands and our knees right underneath shoulders and hips. So we want to be nice and square, nice long, flat spine. So we don't want to dip down, we don't want to be arched up, nice flat neutral spine. From here, we're going to open while trying to keep our hips still pointed towards the floor. So we don't want to open and kind of shoot our hips out. We want to open, fold under, open, fold under. So that is our trunk rotation. Your trunk rotation, mine's not beautiful, mine's not huge, but your trunk rotation might be just here and still being able to keep those hips down. Your trunk rotation might be here. That's okay. Wherever it is, don't force it. The goal is to do the reps and to gradually start to be able to open more as we work through it and we open naturally versus forcing it. Then we're going to do a bird dog crunch. So bird dog crunch, we extend opposites. So we would kick our left leg back, again, keeping both hip points towards the floor. We extend our right. We reach everything out as far as we can, like we're trying to touch opposite walls. And then we crunch in to the middle, knee to elbow, back out, set it down. And then we'll alternate. Reach everything out, out, out. Pull to the middle, open, set it down. So we'll alternate through those, okay? So trunk rotations, we'll do left and then right, and then we'll alternate through the bird dog crunch to do a total of 20. All right, let's do it, friends. So, get everything set, nice wide fingers, just like a plank, spine in neutral, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, open, thread it through, 2, trying to keep those hips pointed to the ground, 4, 5, your hand that's planted, push that floor away as you open, 6, 7, 8, we're doing 10, 9, 10, set it down. So you can see all those places that we're opening, we're rotating, we're getting so much movement in our spine, and it's so, so, so good for us. All right. Now guys, obviously if you have any kind of back injury, spinal fusions, anything like that, please listen to your medical professional. Do not do what I'm doing just because I'm saying to do it. Use your best judgment. Listen to what your doctors have told you. Don't do this if you have any questions about the safety of your spine. All right. Get set. So we open, we push through this hand, push the floor away, we open, and then rotate through so you feel that whole back open up. 2, chest opens, back opens. 3, you can tell I'm much more open this way. 4, 5, the other side felt like a brick wall. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, there was a pop. All right, set it down. You can do a quick little wrist shake out. And we're going to go to those bird dog crunches, and we're going to alternate. So just remember, each time you pick up, so when you pick up that foot, when you pick up that hand, you want everything to be even. Again, we're pushing the floor away. Don't collapse. Push it away. And then reach everything. Again, like you're trying to touch opposite walls. Okay? And then we're going to crunch to the middle. Let's go. 1. Extend, crunch, extend. 2. Extend, crunch, extend. 3. Extend, crunch, extend. 4. 5. 6, extend, crunch, extend. 7, 8, 9, drive through that heel. 10, 11, 12. Let's just take it to 16, 13, 14. Just trying to be mindful of people's wrists. 15. The last one. 16. Good. Set it down. Take a quick break. Give those wrists a little break. Get off the knees if you need to. I also recommend, if you're doubling up mat, flip it or rotate it in some way so the knee impressions that you just made, you don't start to just wallow down into those impressions and get no support anymore. All right, so I hope you're feeling, it's kind of like especially on the bird dog, it's like traction in your spine. You're kind of separating everything by reaching out. You're putting length into your spine. When we do the rotations, we're rotating our spine, which is beautiful, and then we're doing expansion, extension of our spine. So, good stuff for our spine. Again, as long as it's safe for you guys, please be mindful of any directions from your healthcare provider. All right, rotations. Chest shines forward, heart's shining ahead, spine's in neutral, everything's in alignment. We open, thread through. 2, 3, 4. Push the 4 away. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. And down, reset. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Set it down. Oh, I hear a little girl. Hi. Woo, she's fired up. All right, guys. Bird dog crunches. Get set. Again, nice long spine. Shine that heart forward. We reach out, we tuck in. Were you back? All right, guys, let's go. Extend. Pull in. 1. Extend. 2. Extend. 3. Pull it out. 4. 5. 6. Really round through that back when you crunch it in. 7. 8. 9. Hi, happy girl. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Last two, 15. 16. Beautiful, guys. We got one more trick through that set. Take a little break. Shake those wrists out. Oh, thank you. Hey, thank you. Oh. A little break entertainment for you guys. Oh. All right, guys. So shake those wrists out one more time. Give it a little roll. We're going to go through that one more time, and then we will be done. So I hope you guys are feeling that. I know that these motions can be very stiff, uncomfortable. You feel like your body is like glued together sometimes. But hopefully this round, you'll feel a little different. You'll see what persistence and what keeping going and letting your body ease into it versus forcing into it will let you accomplish. All right, everything's set. Heart forward, everything in alignment. Push that floor away with your right hand. Open. Thread. 2. 3. 4. 5. You can always slow this down if you need to. 6. 7. 8, 9, last one this side, 10. Beautiful. Other side. Yeah, if you feel like you are moving through cemented joints, then slow down. Take as much time as you need to work through this. All right, right side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, high raise it up, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. All right, guys, we've got our bird dogs, and then we are going to be all set. Oh. Yes, that's how we're going to feel too. All right, we're almost done. All right, thank you. Bird dogs, guys, get set. One last time. Heart shining forward, driving that floor away. We extend, we crunch in. 1. 2, 3. Again, you're trying to create as much space as you can, so pull apart. 4, 5, 6. Strong away from that floor. 7, 8, halfway. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, one more each side. 15. Last one, 16. Beautiful. Set it down. You are welcome to stay on the floor and stretch it out if you would like. And I definitely recommend, now that we've created all this space, now that we've done all these openers, if you have time, go right into some stretching. Something comfortable, don't go crazy. But get into some nice comfortable stretching if you've got the time. Specifically the places we've opened in our hips and our shoulders. We've created that length in our back and our spine. So I encourage you, if you can, make a little time for stretching and kind of enjoy that space that you've created while you have it. Unfortunately, we can't carry it around with us all day. Things are going to start to close back off, but that's why it's great to do these type of motions and movements. Even if you're just sitting in a chair, like don't even think about it for exercise purposes. If you're sitting in your office chair, just take a minute and do 10 sets of just reaching, pulling, and opening. Not for the exercise so much as just the movement and the opening, and to get your body moving while you're sitting in a chair. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this workout. I know it's a very different one. It's a very different approach, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you got the work and the opening and that it really clicked for you what we were trying to accomplish. So guys, of course, I always ask, please subscribe, like, comment, share, all those interactions to help more people playing along with us in Strong Style Fitness, opening bodies, opening hearts, opening minds, all of that fun stuff. And then lastly, I guess opening wallets too. If it's available to you to donate, please consider doing so. Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me. You'll see that logo. You'll know it's me. Anything you can give would be greatly appreciated. Guys, I thank you so much. Our next workout will be our third part already of our Swole for September Saturday upper body workouts. So I hope you'll join me for that, and I hope you have a great week. And until I see you then, mwah.